Well, it's Thursday again on the afternoon. It's Better Know Ascent Thursday. My name is Jesse Paculat, joined this week by Matthew Kopperud of your Merritt Centennials. What's happening, man?
Not much. How about you? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, buddy. It's the segment, I like to have you guys on every Thursday. It's the hometown squad, so better get to know you guys a little bit.
Yeah, should be fun.
You're next up, and you're a rookie this year.
Yes, I am.
So let's start with that. How did you discover that you are now a member of the Merritt Centennials?
I started last year, AP'd for the team for a couple games.
Okay, which games? What was your first one?
My first game was in Langley. We lost 2-1, so it was tough, but it was a good experience. And then my second game that it has me down there, I just went out for warm-up. I didn't actually play the game. It was on the island trip, and then we got back from that trip at about 11 at night, and that's when he told me for next year I was on the team.
Oh, okay. So you knew last year that,
Yeah.
for sure next year you're going to be on the team.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Tell us about your first goal.
My first goal was Victoria. Didn't score all year, and I was like, I should probably get one soon. Just came down the wall, and I just threw the puck on net. I was going for a change, and it squeaked in, and I didn't even see it went in. Then all of a sudden, the ref pointed in the net, so I jumped up in the air like 3 times. Like I won the Stanley Cup, but it was only we were up like 3-0 at that point.
Yeah.
So.
But it's your first, so it's like, wow, you got one, and now you kept the puck, of course.
Yeah, got the puck.
Where do you like to keep it?
The puck's back in my room back in Colorado, so.
There you go.
That's where it is.
Right up on that shelf.
Yeah.
Nice, man. You have a nice big smile on your face telling me about that story. You always got to remember that first big goal.
Yep.
All right, so you mentioned you're from Colorado. You grew up in Colorado.
I did, yes.
And is that safe to say that your favorite team is the Avalanche?
Nope, my favorite team's actually the Penguins.
Oh, the Penguins, eh?
Yeah, I don't know how I became a Penguins fan, but I just did.
Did you like Sid?
Yep, my mom liked Crosby because she's Canadian. So she always liked Crosby because he scored the golden goal. Mm-hmm. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll like Crosby too. And then they won the Stanley Cup in 2009, and that's when I think I really started to like them.
Yeah.
So
and
I went
then,
on
of
from
course,
there.
now back to back.
Yeah, back to back, and then I've always kind of liked them.
Well, how sweet it is to be a Pens fan then.
Yeah.
Man, oh man. So who's your favorite player then?
Crosby for sure.
Crosby for sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt about it, eh?
Yeah.
Very good player to choose right there. Sidney Crosby. As far as your favorite goes. And so you're growing up in Colorado. Now let's talk about how you discovered hockey, essentially. What was your first experience with hockey?
Well, my dad put me in hockey when I was really early, but my first memory probably was when I was Squirt, but you guys call it Adam here. And we won the state championship that year. And that was probably my first big memory, cool memory.
That's the first memory, winning the championship. Well, you had to have something before. Think way back.
Probably super young, skating at a country club with my cousin. We were about 5. We were just skating around the ice, and first time on the ice, and then we got off the ice, and we went for hot chocolate, and he stuck his finger in a door, and I broke his finger. And we went back out on the ice, and just kept having fun out there.
On the broken finger.
Yeah, he kept playing.
Nice. Well, that's a tale of the future. Did he get into hockey too?
Yeah, he got into hockey. He's not as big, but he loves it. He keeps playing. He plays on a high school team down in Colorado that my dad coaches. So.
Oh, right on, man.
Yeah.
Right on. So you had an early exposure to hockey, and you said that your first year that you guys won the state championship.
Yeah, my first technically competitive year. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So now you actually kind of know how to play, and then your team went all the way.
Yep.
So that's a pretty cool memory. How old were you for that?
10, I think.
So you're 10 years old, you win the state championship. When did it hit in your mind you're better than most of the guys on your team maybe, and you can go far?
Probably my Pee-wee year. Me and my line mate, we played very well together, and then he went on to play in the WHL, and then I came up to Canada play for the Pursuit of Excellence. And then I just thought from there, I think I could probably do something.
And here you are.
Yeah.
In the BCHL anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Excellent story. Always nice that hard working story, and you discover maybe I can go somewhere, and then you start working even harder.
Yeah, summers start getting harder, and all the training and stuff gets harder, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing that goes behind it, right? People kind of think it comes kind of naturally, but it really doesn't. Everybody kind of starts off the same.
Yeah, everyone starts from the beginning. There's some people that are probably naturally more skilled and everything, but everybody still works 3 times as hard if they're in the NHL. So
that's exactly right, man. Talking with Matthew Kopperud of your Merritt Centennials today on Better Know Ascent. now you're here, and now you've been a part of the community for quite some time now. You've got to know some of the fans and everything. I mean, what are you thinking? How are you liking Merritt?
Oh, I love it. Fans are exceptional. You walk around town and people are like, oh, there's a Centennial or stuff. So it's awesome. Fans are cool.
It's kind of cool to get recognized.
Yeah, especially not being recognized that much like before. And then all of a sudden you come here and everyone's like, there's a Centennial. You go into like a school and stuff and they ask for your autograph and you're like, oh, it's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of a different experience, eh?
Yeah, it is for sure.
So let's talk a little bit about the fans here. We're all led by one guy, the team fan captain, Mr. Jerry Dingleberry. He comes on often to talk about the fan strategy headed into that game. You've ever heard of a fan captain before?
Yeah. Well, not until this year, but
Yeah.
now I heard of him and he's pretty special.
And what do you have any stories about Jerry?
Yeah. Usually, sometimes before our pregame, we go on the ice and he comes in the locker and he gives us a funky dance in the middle of the room.
A dance?
Yeah,
I haven't heard that before. He's a dancer.
Yeah, gives a little break dance.
He can break dance.
Yeah, right in the middle of the room, so that's pretty cool.
Wow, okay, so yeah, we have heard that before. We've heard that he's kind of good at hockey himself, too. And he comes into the dressing room, and, I mean, even before Joe gives his pregame speech, there's this guy. You've never seen him before, and here he is breakdancing for you.
Yeah, he just kind of comes in and gives a little dance, and he screams a little bit, and then he walks out, and then we're all fired up, and then Joe comes in and fires us up even more. So
Yeah, and then he kind of talks about business.
yeah, he goes more serious.
Yeah, so Jerry fires you guys up, then you get the business going, and then you get out there.
Yeah,
and then Jerry's role is to lead us.
Yeah, Jerry gets us loose, Joe, and then gets us back into it, and then we go out there.
We're lucky to have him,
Yeah.
us as the fans, because, I mean, we look to him as to what we need to be doing next. I mean, he leads us very nicely.
Yes, he does.
He always says this. He says the louder we are in the stands, the better you guys play on the ice. Have you found that to be true?
That's for sure true. When fans get loud, it gets our bench going.
It kind of just adds that extra boost.
Yep, it's a 6-player.
Well, we're happy to do that. Fans, that's the key. Be as loud as you can at those Sens games. And moving on with Matthew Kopperud, we do have tic-tac-toe. You're the coach in this situation. You got Joe, you got Matt, and you got Shazi all out on the ice. And it's sudden death overtime. They do a play that you dreamed up. You instructed them about this play. What is it?
Okay, so it's probably a face-off in the neutral zone. Joe's the centerman. He wins it back to Shazi on the point. Shazi dumps it in. Matty goes hard on the forecheck. He gets it back up to the point to Shazi. Shazi shoots it off the pad, and Matty shoots it in for the goal off the rebound.
Oh, that's a nice play.
Yeah, Matty loves his rebounds. He works on them all the time in practice, so
Oh, yeah?
he has to get him. He'll get one in the game for sure.
Yeah, he loves those garbage goals, eh?
Yeah.
Just sticking around the net.
Yep, off the pads and stuff.
Put it away.
Yeah,
And what kind of celly do you think Matt would do in a situation like that, overtime?
give a couple fist bumps while he's down on one knee.
One knee. We've heard that before. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is something that you've seen him do before, I'm assuming.
I don't think I've never seen him do it, but I'm sure if the opportunity was there, he'd probably do it.
Yeah, you could see it in him.
Yeah.
There's this week's Tic-Tac-Toe brought to you by Matthew Kopperud of your Merritt Centennials. From there, we go to superstition. Talking about superstition in hockey. Do you subscribe to any weird, kooky superstitions?
I have no superstitions. I don't like to have superstitions in case I do good one game with it, and then next game I do bad. So I just try to do something different every single game.
Yeah, so just make it chaos and then you
Yeah,
won't know.
just do everything crazy.
That's right.
Yeah.
Just work hard.
Yeah.
And have you seen anything like that? I'm sure you have, right? In your career
Yeah.
as a hockey player.
Yeah, I had a kid last year on my team who always went to the bathroom before warm-ups and then after warm-ups.
Yeah? So
So-
this is a thing that he made a special note of to do.
Yeah, and I don't know how he went to the bathroom twice that close, but he did it. And if he didn't do it, he didn't play well, but
Really?
yeah.
Well, that's a different one that we've heard before.
Yeah, it's,
So-
it's strange.
Bathroom break must before the warm-up. After you get off the ice from the first warm-up,
Yep.
go
Yeah.
again.
Yeah, that's exactly what he would do.
Now he's ready for the game.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. He just said it got rid of the nerves, or that's just something that he had to do?
I always chirped him about it. Well, the first time I saw him do it, I kind of was just let him do his own thing. And then the second time I did it, I had to ask him. And he said, I have to do it. It just makes me play better. Thought he was lighter or something with it.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Well, all right, that's a different one.
Yeah.
Bathroom before and after warm-ups. This week's superstition brought to you by Matthew Kopperud. From there, Matt, we go to cheat meals. If you know you don't have practice the next day and you can cheat a little, what do you go to?
Probably McDonald's.
Good old McDonald's.
Yeah, I like 2 junior chickens probably.
Uh-huh.
No lettuce. That's probably what I would go with.
Well, I do like those junior chickens.
Yeah.
I always get a little extra mayo on there.
Yeah, lots. They always put lots of mayo on. Sometimes I have to say a little bit of mayo, but half the time it's all right.
I always put extra on. Yeah. Both sides of the chicken.
Yeah.
And there's your cheat meal. See, even Matthew Kopperud, a guy that can really play. When you see him at the Nicola Valley Memorial Arena, you can see how he moves. Even a guy like that is just like you and me. He can enjoy a chicken burger every now and then. By the way, have you been charged yet as a schmelt?
I've had to face the judges a lot.
A lot. So you're one of the top offenders.
Yeah, I'd say I'm up there. I try not to. Try hold it off as long as I can, but today actually I just got charged a lot. So
Oh, man. What did you get charged for?
they don't say really what they're for. Rookie blankets, I don't know, everything.
Yeah. Hey, Rook, you didn't turn off the light.
Yeah, you didn't clean the room. You forgot to turn off the fan. Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's Buckley has to do something he forgets. Oh, rookie's fault.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So we have to go around and clean the room like every 3 people in the locker, like every 3 people. And the people 1 week ago forgot to clean the room. And they're like, okay, rookie fine. Sounds good.
Whatever it is, blame the rookies.
Yep.
One thing that they do with us, the fans, they bring us into the dressing room just for a moment, just to let us know a word or a phrase that only you guys use among yourselves. Can you share with us a sense word of the week?
Smelly pile.
Smelly pile? That's not the first time we've heard that. So smelly pile is the long form of schmelt.
Yep. Yeah.
And that's what you are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I am.
Take it from Kopperud. He is, in fact, a smelly pile. It's not the most flattering thing to be called.
No, it's not. You get called it in the beginning of the year and you kind of, but then after a while you're like, oh, who cares? Because then you start to chirp them back because now that you know everybody well enough. So they call you a smelly pile and then you just call them something back. So,
well, that's the thing, right? Once you become close with people, that's kind of when the insults really start. If you don't really know someone, you don't really insult them. But once you become friends, that's when it's A-okay to insult each other.
yeah, that's when it gets back and forth, like smelly pile and everything, stupid vet or whatever.
Yeah. Whatever you got.
Yeah.
Well, it's been a great time talking with you, man. We end things now. I'm going to see if I can make you laugh, tell you a joke.
All right. Shouldn't be too hard.
Shouldn't be too hard, huh? I'll tell you this one. It has to do with a job that I had before. I had a part-time job. I was a bartender back in where I used to live there. One of the things that they tell you about bartending, you can't serve the drunkards. You know what I mean? Like once they've had too many, you got to cut them off at some point. They also teach you how to make drinks and things, but that's one of the things they tell you. I remember one night I was closing up the bar. This guy comes in, 3 sheets to the wind, this guy, stumbling in the bar. And he comes up and I said, hey, buddy, I can't serve you. What are you doing here? He says, I don't want to drink. I just want to throw a dart at your dartboard. I said, well, that's dangerous, man. I mean, you're drunk. He says, come on, give me one. All right, fine, 1 dart. So he throws the dart at the dartboard. Bullseye. Gets it. Never seen anything like it before. He comes to me and he says, what do I win? And I'm kind of confused. I don't know. What do you win? I don't know. I'm looking, around the bar and stuff. And below the cash, there was a shoebox there with a turtle in it, a baby turtle. It was there because I had originally got it for my cousin for his birthday. And then I figured, I'm not going to give a young kid a turtle. He's going to put it on his back or something until it dies, something cruel. So I just gave it to this guy. This guy who came in with the dart. And I'm saying, all right, there's your prize. And off he went. I forgot about it. 2 weeks later, I'm closing up shop again. The same guy comes in, stumbling in again, 3 sheets to the wind. Comes up to the bar and I said, buddy, hey, what are you doing here, man? I can't serve you. I can give you some water if you want. He says, I don't want water. I don't want a drink. I just want to throw a dart at your dartboard. I said, oh, wait a second. I remember you. You're from 2 weeks ago. No way, man. You can't do that again. He's like, come on, 1 more. All right, fine, 1 more. I gave him the dart. Bullseye. Gets it again. Insane. And he says to me, what do I win? I don't know. What'd you win the last time? He says, last time I won a roast beef on a hard roll. It was the turtle. Crazy, man. Did get a laugh out of you there.
Yeah,
I think
you
that's a
did.
win. Take that one as a win. Matthew Kopperud, my guest today for Better Know a Scent. We wrap things up by giving you the last word. It's the Scent's request. What song you want to play for us?
Sam Hunt, Body Like a Back Road.
Body Like a Back Road, a little Sam Hunt to end Better Know a Scent this week. Thanks for coming on, man.
Yeah, thank you for having me.